Good morning. It's good to see you this morning. Monday morning, one something. Uh, Something I'm going to do probably from now on. Sorry. Getting used to everything, eh? All right. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. Hey, my messages are going to be a lot more intense because it's necessary. And, I'm, I have the knowledge to do it, so I'm going to, eh? But the beard, had to grow my beard back, shaved it off, and then went to a funeral for a friend's daughter, and I went to use the restroom through it, and there's some guys there, bless their hearts. I mean, it ain't the first time, it's happened to me, but anyway, I'm walking in the male restroom, and he stops me. He's yelling at me, "Hey, ma'am, ma'am!" He's just getting excited because I'm getting ready to walk into the male's restroom, but you know, I don't know. It's from behind, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I stopped and I knew I grinned because, like I said, it's not the first time. I don't give a shit. But anyway, I turned around and I knew what was going to happen, so I just kind of gave him that 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 stare, just like, do I look like a female? And as I was staring at him, you know he uh, he realized then, right? So, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Anyway, I go in and use the restroom. And I'm laughing my butt off. I come out. I give him a big hug. I said, brother, don't worry about it. Hey, because it's just a thing, right? I've always had long hair. Always wanted long hair. I wasn't a hippie. I was 4 or 5 years behind them. But at my age, when I got up old enough, 13, 14 is when I started realizing shit. 15, I started letting the hair grow. I'm sorry, Dad, I'm not getting my hair cut now. I'm letting it grow. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so I've always had long hair. But then again, my research and shit, like I've said before, which I've done a lot of research on stuff. Hair is a receptor, an energy receptor. So, but, there's a purpose for long hair. Always has been. Anyway, I've written a lot of stuff. And this is, I don't know if you can see it or not. It says, in his mind, in his words, from our mind to you. In his words, from our mind to you. Where's your head at? Anyway, I've carted this thing around for many years. Got a lot of writings in it. This is one, so I'm going to try to read one per every, you know, episode I do or podcast, whatever. Um, this is one I really love because when I would write, I picked up this envelope. I picked up this pad that I wrote on, and it was empty. But see all the stains? Look at all the stains, right? It was just an old dirty page, and I picked it up to write, and I had my pen, and I had the paper, and it was just empty. And I went blank. There was something I was wanting to write about, but then I went blank. Right? Okay, so here's what I wrote as I sat there, and I entitled it "This Dirty Page." I opened this notebook. I thought I had something to say. Then my hand started. My brain farted. Now I'm writing about this page. Stains, stains. I search my brains to remember the origins of you. Try as I might, it's become quite the plight. So I'll just thank you, Stains, for your persistence. This dirty page proves my existence. Daniel Big Bear, that's kind of a moniker I used to use or whatever back 2014. So that was, just little things I write. But I wrote about a dirty, stained, blank piece of paper that I picked up. Anyway, that's my head. So there's some things I want to talk about that I'm going to be talking about in the future, and I'm just right now. Now I have posted. Okay, I've got a couple of videos out there. You can look on my channel, which is weird for even me to say like that. But anyway, and actually, I don't even know how long I can talk. Right now, I haven't been able to figure out how to set that all up. So I talked until it shuts off. So sorry about no ending, but if there's no ending, there never has to be a beginning. It's just a continuous flow, right? Well, what I'd like to talk about major right now with what's going on, baby. It's got to be talked about, right? It's hell. Hell for everybody. What's that like? Christian? What's that like? Catholic? What's that like for you? Hell. Huh? Let me get this light right here. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, there we go. It's, very early in the morning, so this is a perfect. Oh my God. You might tell my ass is whipped. Energetically, I'm just beat up. But I will not stop until I close my eyes permanently, or not close them. I won't have to because it'll be. But what I want to talk about, and it's something I found out in my studies, and you guys need to download, okay? But when I'm talking about this shit, you need to get a piece of paper and a piece of pencil. A pencil and a piece of paper and write this shit down. I'm sorry, it's a heart attack. There's no time for you to just to sit around and pray about it, because you're praying to the wrong God. Yahweh is not the creator. We know that. We study the text he spoke of thousands of years before he's written up in the Bible, okay? Yahwehism was a cult, like 1,000 other ones back in the day. It just was more wicked and beat the shit out of everybody and killed everyone and took over. And here we go. We're still there today. How do you know? How do I know? Well, fuck, the wars, right? He's the god of, he's the god of the mountain or whatever, but he's the god of war. And he's the god of your church. Not church, your religious organization. We're the church, baby. We're the church. We're the walking church. Had an incident happen at a local store. I go in, shop. Young man, worker there, down on his knees, trying to, doing his job, but a family member, I don't know, it might have been a mother or an aunt, came through, and she was getting on him about being in church, through the whole aisle, and there's people coming, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, you need to get to church. 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 And I was walking out of the aisle, and I stopped and back into the aisle and sat there till she left. And I walked up to the young man and I said, "Hey, young brother, you're the church." He looked up at me and grinned. He goes, "Thank you, sir." I said, "You're welcome. You're the church. Never forget that. It ain't a goddamn building somewhere. The building, the original. I go off. I could go off in so many directions on any goddamn thing I speak about. But anyway, the churches were originally places of healing when the first Christianity took over. It wasn't so much preaching church or preaching about the gods and Jesus and everything coming down and all that, and what you 610 rules, don'ts, do's and don'ts that you got to live to be a Christian, which I don't think there's ever been a Christian walking this planet that's ever done it. Okay, Here's a key thing I want to say, and this is okay. I'm shooting. Fuck that shit. I'm done with it. Okay, I'm just done with it. I'm putting it out here. And right now, I don't give two shits about anybody or anything. I answer to no one. I'm canceled by no one. It's me and the source. And if you knew what I was saying, now a lot know what I'm saying. Huh? People are waking up and they're already awoke and shit like that. Huh? They know. They know. I'm straight with source, baby. There's no in between. I was prophesized to be here, and I'm here. And as ignorant and as stupid as it seems, a man at my age, getting out and spitting shit against the world, the religions of the world. But let me tell you something. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. Now, there's three men that I say right off the bat, you need to download every goddamn thing they got going. And the first is the first, and that's Craig Braden. You download everything that man's put out. If he's got any books, if you can afford it. If you can't, download all of his work and just set and I'm telling you, this is important. Okay, this is important. You know that light bugs me. I'm sorry to break like that. This is important. Okay, watch him and listen to him. And you download every bit of his work and listen to it right now because you don't listen. Listen. Download everything that Craig Braden has. You download everything that Paul Wallace has. If you haven't heard of Paul Wallace, look him up. Okay. I don't have time to sit and tell you all about these guys, but they are true. They're speaking the truth, and they have been, and a lot more of them. There is no hell. No hell. Never has been. Christ spoke of it. There is no hell. If you studied Paul Wallace, you'll see Paul Wallace was, I think, in the church, Catholic Church, bishop or something where he traveled around and taught other upper echelon people in the Catholic Church about history. He studied ancient histories and stuff, and our languages and interpretations and all that. But also he studied the indigenous cultures around the planet and what their original thoughts and expressions were that they put down, and they chipped in rocks and they drew in caves. The original impressions of who and what came and went and all blah 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 blah, which we and I talked about in one of my other videos. Their secular science just shut that shit off because they can't. Why? It would destroy the church, wouldn't it? It would destroy the church. Can't let that happen, can we? There's a lot of fucking money tied up in that shit. Christian person, Catholic. The fourth, the fourth largest dark money right now being used comes from Christians. You don't even know your money's being used for that. Well, God dang it, Dad. What are you saying, son? I'm saying that they'll go out and start 500 little, oh, isn't it precious, give for this Christian, for this what? We're suckers, man. My mother was, bless her heart, I tell you, I just felt like eating the face off people the way they treated her before she died. Some of the shit she did, some of these creatures that, my mom, bless her heart, she's a good woman. I am I am a result of her. But for my mom, I wouldn't even be here. I'd be dead already. The word judgment in the book of Revelation is evaluated. Evaluate. What we've done in the Christian world is we accepted a story that they killed and beat into it. Read the history. Spanish Inquisition. They go on anywhere. Yahweh killed upwards of 3 billion people in the Old Testament. He just killed them. Go kill them all. Kill everybody. I don't want nobody living. Can you justify that? I've never been able to justify that as a spiritual person. Even when I read it years ago, years and years and years ago, I'm like, damn. He created us, and he's acting like that. That's where we get it from. We come from a warring group of, I call them Godmanots. I'm not so sure we would call them gods, but they were definitely Godmanots, half God and half astronauts, looking for a little something, something they needed, right? A lot more to the story. Read it. It's good reading. You shouldn't be into TV. You shouldn't be into any goddamn movies, any series, or anything like that, because it's serious shit. We're down to days, weeks, months. Is there anything major coming? I can't really tell you. I know there's no hell. There's no hell. It wasn't made for humans. So what does that mean? That means, and I'll tell you the analogy that I give. When we're born, okay, it's not like, okay, Yahweh wasn't the creator God, okay? Now he's the God of the earth because he was given the ultimate power out of the 12 original Anunnaki. His name's Enlil. See, we know his name. Call him Yahweh. His name's Enlil. He's in the old scripts, okay, the Sanskrit. Study it. Study this shit. You can't. We've proven it. So I'm saying, we've lived in the Matrix. It's one way to say it, but we've lived a delusional life. But the benevolence that are coming back, that are making this big change, maybe, thank God for their grace. That's why nobody's going to hell, because they know what the dark ones have done to us. We had no chance. Every once in a while, you'll get someone. I'm not saying egotistically or anything like that. Every once in a while, you get somebody, get up and don't give two shits about it. I don't. God dang it. I've lived a good dang life. And there is something I want to say right here. If I've ever hurt you or I've ever traumatized you, if I've ever done anything, I ask your forgiveness. And if you'll listen to me long enough, you'll understand a lot more shit. Every one of us are born with what I like to say is a laundry basket. You know, the little Dollar General plastic. Yeah, I don't give a shit how big. But every human is born with one. We sit in heaven. We're chosen. We're set down. We go over our life that we're about to take. Soul contract. So you know everything in your life. You've already experienced it. You've sat down and agreed to this. You signed a soul contract. You sold You signed a soul contract with the universe, with God, with the Holy Spirit, with Christ, Yeshua. You signed it. So you knew what you were getting into. I did. Now, our memory is wiped when we're born, and it is our mission. It's everyone's mission. It's your mission. It's my mission. These missions, they ain't going away just because you don't believe they're real. God don't give two shits about what you believe, does he? He don't. The universe don't give two shits about what you believe. Because it's, I don't know, universe. And you are what? Just one of the little cells, 8 billion little cells on top of the largest living organism in our universe, which is a goddess to me. Mother Earth, goddess, alive and well. And she's about to shake the haters off. I know, I know I'm going to be jumping all over. So that's why I say write some shit down. Right? Write it down. God dang. Because I'm just spitting shit. Okay? I got one of my favorite songs. I don't know if I can mention it or anything, but, it's Snowy White. He's an old guitarist, one of the best. But he died a couple years ago. And it's a head full of blues. Just had a head full of blues. It's a beautiful song. I went through the whole shit. Went through it. So I'm going to be speaking more about this. I'll be speaking more about the dark money. Fourth largest. You know what that means, Christians, Catholics? You know what that means? That means that they've hoodwinked you in over years now. Years. This is all premeditated. It's premeditated for thousands of years. We ain't had a chance. We were come here to wake up. We came here to remember who we were. And who are we? Well, we're hybrids. Hybrids of a living God. Okay? Enki was the creator God. He's the older brother of Enlil. Guys, it's a family thing. Just like we are. Family thing. It's them. Family thing. As above, so below. Okay? So they had wives. Yahweh had a wife, Ashtar. So, see, it's not what you think. Okay? And you can't feel, and don't feel bad about being, now I did. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. But that's the way I am. I got a different relationship with those above me because I believe it. And I believe that they're omnipresent. That means they can walk right here. They're sitting right here. They're right here with me right now. My ancestors are really happy. Because you know what you can do when you get spiritual and you start figuring shit out. There's things that we can do because we're hybrids of a divine God. We have divine DNA in us. Now the world's trying to rob it from you, and you listen to Craig Braden. Some of his shit will blow your ass away because he's just brilliant. All three men are brilliant. All three. I didn't mention the third one, Bart Ehrman. Now, he was the last of the three that I found. And I read his book, Misquoting Jesus. And it just absolutely blew me away. Because I figured that shit out years before in studying, trying to prepare messages and shit. Just the words aren't, I can't write, I can't get a good sermon because I want to use this word because it sounds good in the modern day that I was trying to speak it. But the word in its origin does not mean that. So I can't say that. Listen, there is no hell, but you guys know there's some shit, something's coming. There's no hell. Just evaluate it. Okay? Just you're going to go up to heaven, you're going to you go open your eyes and there you're going to be. You're going to be sitting down, and your spirit team or whomever, that your guardian angel probably, and I ain't looking forward to seeing him or her. I don't know him. I don't know that they're, at least the Bible. But then again, it's the Bible, isn't it? Who knows what the hell? No, I ain't looking forward to seeing them. I got a little funny thing going on. I tell people I'm standing in line. It's all dead and gone. We're done down here, and I'm in line, looking up. Boy, okay, I see the gates, and I see these raggedy ass angels. Some of them more raggedy than the rest. Okay, raggedy ass angels. They were people in lines, guardian angels, right? Just a funny thing. So here I am. I'm glad to be there, right? God dang, I made it. Shit, that has been a battle. I wonder what we go on. Well, we don't have to eat anything, so I'm hungry as hell. Look at that. He is a mess. Boy, I don't know who his human was, but boy, I tell you what. Why is he staring at me? And then you get up there and I get up and it's like eye to eye. And he looks at me and grins. He goes like, yeah, come here. We got to talk. I think my guardian angel is going to beat my spiritual ass when I get up there for the shit I put him through. There's no hell. Don't fear it. There's no religion. Don't fear it. Religion, like fear, is an illusion. Christ said it himself. And that's what it's all about, ain't it? Yeah, I even got the Ethiopian Bible here and going through it and found out some of it's been redacted. They got their damn little dirty hands in there already. See what I'm saying? But all religions, nothing. Christ said it. There's nothing between you and your Father. So that they never was needed to create something between you. And that's all the church was. Organized religion was. To separate you. More separation. More separation. More separation. You come to listen to us. You come and listen to what we teach you. And be good with that. And we're going to take you straight to hell. Which there wasn't any, but god dang, they'd scare the shit out of you, wouldn't they? And that's what most Christians fear, is going to hell. They don't fear not doing the 610 do's and don'ts, do they? You can't. I mean, who could? What would you be if you adhered to every one? That's not God. That's not the universe. That's not Christ. That's not the Holy Spirit. We flow, baby. You flow. You flow. Bruce Lee talked about it. That boy, it was a prophet. Yeah. You flow. No hell. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if there's going to be mass death. I just know that you're not going to hell. You're going to be evaluated. Whether you come back or not, I don't know. I don't know that that's going to happen now. This might be it for a minute. Because we've had 6 or 8, civilizations before us that have been destroyed. They get up to where we are. And it's always technology and AI. They always put it out faster than what they can control it. And they're doing it right now, too. But don't you ever, ever, ever think that AI could ever take over this. There's no divine and mechanisms and programmed by human minds. There's no divinity. When you can possess a frequency or vibration where you can walk up to, I don't know, a building and you can sit there and you can just say, oh, yeah, I'm going to shut this thing down. And it's shut down. AI can't do that. I'm shutting shit. I'm shutting shit down. I'm interested to meet some other chosen ones to find out, hey, what's going on in your world? Because ain't nobody like me. I ain't never met anyone like me. The only person I could even come close to was my younger brother Jeff, who's no longer with us. The only other human I could speak to. So, yeah, I guarantee you, I'm going to give a big hug to the first chosen one that walks up in front of me and says, damn, been there with you, bub. Because it's been a lonely fucking road, and it's been a hard fucking road. And what I'm doing, I paid the fucking price for. That's why I'm giving this. I've never hated anything or anybody. Nor have I felt unconditional to the core intimate love. I've not had hate, nor have I had the purest form of love. And the Spirit told me that that's one of the reasons why I'm allowed to do this. I'm allowed to do this. I'm protected. I would say it even if I was. The Spirit said, hey, you get out there and spit your shit, but they're going to fucking crucify you like they did Christ. I don't give a fuck. Forgive the cussing again if it offends you. But if they're your goddamn words, you wrote them, you made them, and you put them in a dictionary. You taught us that growing up in school. Here's words. Here's what they mean. Now don't say them. You know what? There's so much shit's gonna change in the future. And this shit about not saying words and shit because you offend people. But if you write the word down and you make it in the English language and you put it in the book and you write the definition of it and you tell me I can't say that, I'm going to tell you to kiss my ass because you got your shit screwed up. We're taking this back. The planet's being taken back. You understand? People don't really understand what's going on because it ain't happened yet. Especially in America, we've not suffered. We have not suffered in America. The rest of the world, most of them have, right? Battles, wars, going up and down, regime change, that. Not in America. We've been protected, right? You better praise God and Holy Spirit. They blessed us and they made this for us, for this time. Because the governments of the world are going down. All the militaries, everything's going down. Don't even think about hitting a switch on testing a nuclear weapon on this planet anymore. That ain't going to happen. None of that bullshit is going to happen anymore because Mother Earth is a living, breathing being, a goddess. Don't care for you igniting shit up in her, blowing the shit you've already made her a goddamn trash heap. ripping up her fucking skin, throwing your trash in there. Got to put pipes down because of the methane gas you created, and then you put it over and how beautiful it is. Build a goddamn golf course or something on top of it. You fucking monkeys are done. You bad monkeys are done, man. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But you just got to wake up. You're not going to hell. If you're so screwed up that you can't get it together, your essence is just going to go back to source, and all your knowledge of everything you've learned down here and everything you went through. That's all the Matrix wants, or the the basket again. Sorry, the basket. We're all born with a basket. I say it's a laundry basket. Yeah, I grew up poor white, so my basket it was like a Dollar General $10, all broken down, hard ass plastic and broken tines and right. Everybody's everybody gets one when you're born down here on Earth. So your trials and tribulations are right there in that. Every trial and tribulations you're going to go through. I'm racing this clock because I don't know when it's going to shut off, but I'll be back. I promise. Wherever I'm supposed to point. Listen, everybody's got one. Everybody. So every once in a while, one of them spirit picks one of those packages up, puts it in front of you. Now this is a trial and tribulation. It could be any goddamn thing. You open it up. You got to go through it correctly. You got to learn. Now, if you learn from that, the package disappears because now the answer is here. You understand? If you open the package and you don't go through it that well, it just gets, scotch tape back up, thrown back in the basket. You'll go through that again. Even if you don't go through it the rest of your goddamn life, you will go through that again because you have to learn that specifically. And we're all not the same. We're all given different scenarios to go through. 8 billion of us, and none of us is the same, but we're all symbiotic. And that's the key in changing the planet. Because there's a couple of people out there might or might not know that they hold the key. One of the keys. Listen, I'm going to go before this thing shuts off because I'm feeling good about it right now. But I got two videos out. They're going to get better, and they're going to get more. They're going to get more information. Okay, and I'll be doing some correcting, and I'll be corrected. By people. I mean, I'm going to leave my comments, so you can get on there, and you can. Anybody wants to chew my shit up and get on there and say anything about. Go ahead. Go ahead, do it. Do it. At least you're thinking about it. I'm planting a seed, baby. Anybody that listens to this, you're getting a seed planted in you. So, a day from now, a week from now, a month from now, I ain't going any further than months. Spirit's going to do something. And you're going to be like, oh shit. Okay. I understand now. It'll be easy for you to believe other things. I tell you, the best thing you do is believe me. Trust me. And it's the hardest thing for you to do, but trust me. Okay? Because there's nothing you have to do. Okay? God, Holy Spirit, Christ. They're all there. Just not in the form that the Bible says. Okay? The Bible's been put down, redacted, tore up, shit taken out, put back in, blah, 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 blah. Right? Thousands of years. They built that. They did this for a reason. It was all premeditated. Now the archons, and I don't know that complete history yet because I just got to figure. I'm still studying. Yeah, I'm 70 years old, been studying this shit for 50 years, and I'm still studying. We're supposed to study until you die. You never stop learning. The day you stop wanting to learn, and so many are, it's why Christians are lukewarm. You just go and I pastored, I preached a little bit, pastored in church, evangelized. Many times, there was a message right here in this town. I was at one time I was preaching. I was wanting to bring in a bottle full of milk, a case, a goddamn case of bottles of milk. I didn't do it, but I wanted to. Well, you really know what you look like when you hair's all sticking. Anyway, listen, I was wanting to hand out bottles. Here's your spiritual milk for the week. Suck your bottle up during the message, and then come back next week and get your bottle. That's not the way it was supposed to be. You come in, you learn about Christ, you go out with Christ in your heart, and you try to evangelize the world. You don't stand there, you don't keep going back to the church for 30, 40 years, sitting in the same damn pew, listen to the same message, and do nothing. You're dead already. And you're going to die. Quite possibly every one of us. I might be closer than most. God knows I've dodged it a few times, 8 times in my life. That's why I know my guardian angel. He's going to grab me by the nape of my neck, and he's going to take me to the woodshed probably. I'll be back. Take this to heart, will you? There's no fear. We don't have to fear anything. There's no hell, and there's no religion. Church was started to help the poor. The original Christian churches in America, they were the ones, they built the hospitals. The government didn't. These were Christians who, you know how it had to have been back then. This is when they first came. Come on, man. They didn't have shit, but what they took from each other, everybody gave a little. So they started a hospital. It was probably just a damn room with a couple of beds in it at first, right? But look what hospitals have become. Christians did that. Christ centered Christians did that. Christ centered Christians don't care too much about the goddamn organization of the church. They just see a need and they go do it. You could have 100 people in the church, and you can have what you might look in your eyes 20 people in the church that you think are, oops, knocked my fan over. 20 people in the church that you think are the spiritual, nah, probably not. It's probably that person, that old person, or young, unfired person, that's just sitting back. Okay, and they're more spiritual than these people. What did Christ, what did he speak against when he was here the most? The church. What am I speaking? The church. Who killed him? The church. You going to kill me? I'll write a. I'll write it. I'm writing the script for this shit. I'll write it in the script in this shit. I'll put a fail safe in me. You kill me, and the whole fucking planet's going up. How about that? I'm just kidding. Do I think someone could do that? Absolutely. I'm Libra. I'm a judge. 2025 years ago, I mentioned it in one of my other posts I put out. And there was a promise made 2025 years ago. Justice would be given to those on earth. Yeah, this is 2026. We're living in grace, baby. And I'm Libra, October the 6th, 1955, Anderson, Indiana, 11:32 a.m. p.m. I do not know. But there's significance in all the dates and synchronicities and dates and shit in my life. Well, listen. Keep studying. I hope you wrote some shit down. Go search it. Man, there ain't a damn thing you can't find on the internet now. But you better hurry up because they're going to be shutting it down, baby. You think 2030, you think that's a game? What do you think's going to happen on 2030? What in the hell do you think's going to happen? They're doing it now. You don't think our government's going to do it? You're crazier than bat shit, baby. Because I'd say probably some of the most powerful of those people are living right here in this country. They'll be delusional about shit around you. And it don't make rat's ass about how many bullets or how many bombs or nuclears or airplanes or anything, because we're talking spiritual. And them stupid ass people don't. That statement president made a few years ago, someone said something and it'd be like, well, what are you going to do? Shoot at an F-15 with an AR-15 or something shit like that? And I'm like, dude, what are you fucking saying? You're saying you use an F-15 on your citizens and we're going to fight you back? We don't need bullets. That's the problem with people. They don't believe, see? We don't need bullets. They don't need no stinking bullets. And we don't need signs. And we don't need to be out there throwing rocks and shit at police officers and anybody that's trying to save lives in this country or around the world. If you find yourself that you're doing that, listen, the energy, you got the end time energy in it, but you're using it wrong. You're using it wrong. And that's a message too. I got 1,000 different messages I'd like to talk about. You're using your energy wrong. That's a divine energy. You're getting it from the feminine. I promise you, it is not good for you to be out there. Now, I'm not condemning or anything, because listen, your energy is right. Your energy is pure, but you're just misguided. You're not doing the feminine any damn favors here. You need to be sitting at home in silence before the universe and be like, hey, yeah, I didn't really mean to hit him in the head with that bottle of ice water. That officer's just trying to do his job. Listen, you see this flag behind me? I love this flag. I'm a citizen of the United States of America, 70 years old too. See, so I've seen a lot of shit because I've always been watching. Ever since I was a kid, I've done nothing but watched and listened and learned. I love this flag, United States of America. I think personally, this country was founded by the Creator God Himself. And we can get into that later about Him being killed by Enlil and sent to the underworld, and then a feminine comes down and saves him, brings him back. And his brother's pissed at him. He says, okay, I'm mad about your making the humans like you did, all right, but I need you to get your ass over on the other side of the planet. I just don't want to see you. some crazy shit. But listen, don't think, oh, that is an aspect, but not the cosmonaut aspect, the godmonauts. That not that aspect. They got powers. Chow, fry you, fuck out. Look what Yahweh did to Aaron's sons. Is that your God? Is that the God you go to church every Sunday and you worship? Moses' brother, spiritual man. So was Moses, right? Come on, everybody knows Aaron and Moses. Yahweh fried Aaron's two boys because they didn't mix the incense right when it burnt. Barnum, come. What do you call it? Oh, instant combustible, whatever. I can't remember. I'm losing it because I'm watching these things. Anyway, fried them right there, cooked them right there in the Holy Holies, right? Hey, you didn't. But what did Moses tell Aaron? Read it.